Hello and welcome. I'm Janet Namaste, and today we are delving into the March vibe forecast. And as you know, if you've been following me before, every single month I take the forecast, I take the vibe and the energy of the specific month. And when we first begin, we'd speak about numerology because, as you know, every single month has a certain frequency associated with it. Every single sound, every single letter, every single vibration. We are cellular beings, we are all energetic beings. And depending on our thoughts, depending on the energy of the day, depending on the color of clothes that we choose, our choice of jewelry that we're choosing, whatever it may be, everything on this planet Earth has an energy associated with it. And the month of March is a number 3 month. And the number 3 signifies an energy of creativity. It's the energy of creativity. It's the energy of fun. It's the energy of tuning into the inner child. And why do I say the inner child? When we tune into the energy of January, that is ruled by the energy of the sun. It is the initiation of the particular year, right? Of any year, it's the number 1 initiator, a leader. The energy of February has a number 2 energy associated with it. It's the second month of the year, and that is ruled by the moon. It's a nurturing aspect. That's why Valentine's Day is in the month of February as well. It's about nurture. It's about being maternal. It's not about finding a Valentine. It's really owning in on the soulmate that is within. And then when you realize that the soulmate within and the partner that we're looking for was always us, then we tune in and we go outside for a creative approach of what it is that we came here on this planet Earth to do. And when we're born with a certain destiny. All of us have a destiny. And in my destiny blueprint sessions, we delve in of what your soul purpose is, right? Now, the month of March is an opportunity for us collectively on this planet Earth to really tune into our soul purpose. And truly it is March 20th, which is the equinox. This is when it's an equal part of the day and equal part of the night. This is a whole balance of when the sun goes up to, over the north of the equinox, right? So what happens during this period of time, this is actually a rebirth or the birth of Earth. So we're actually celebrating the birthday of Earth. This is essentially where we get to be reborn again, in a way. We go back to what we intended back in January, of our intentions, of our New Year's resolutions. And as you know, this being a 2021 year, right? It's the number 5 year that has Vata energy. Very quickly, numerology. The month is the lessons that we must go through. The day is the specific essence that we are encompassing and that we're all engrossing in as a collective. And the year is what our mission as a whole, what we came here on this planet Earth to do collectively. And collectively, 2021 is a number 5 year. And 5 is all about raising your frequency of speaking the truth, of communication. And it has Vata energy, it's air energy. Like, this is the age of Aquarius, which my previous videos, we spoke about that. Age of Aquarius, it's about communication. It's about technology. It's about connectivity and about humanity. So the number 5 year is where we are connecting to speaking up our truths. So in the month of March, if you take the month, which is number 3, and you take the year, which equals the number 5, this is an 8 universal month. What does this mean? It means collectively, as all of us, we have infinite power. Number 8 of a personal month equals it equals abundance. And it's not just of material abundance. It's about building up our self-confidence, of our acknowledgement, of our willingness to share with one another, and of the infinite power, and not utilizing it against ourselves, of self-sabotage. It is an extremely powerful month in so many ways. Number one, the fact that it is a 3 month, right? The month, and we're tuning into the inner child. We must go back to the time when we were kids. And even if we had a childhood that wasn't so like, daisies and butterflies and blowing bubbles and, frolicking in the fields and jump roping, all of us have had certain traumas, one, or we've seen or we've experienced being friends with someone, or covert or overt trauma, right? So we are, what we're going back to is a time of where we felt free, where we felt liberated, because in the only time of great creativity and power can you utilize for movement and for change and for building and for sharing is when we're confident enough and when we're in the flow. Think about a runner that has been training and they're in the flow of their creativity. That's when the heart expands, it opens, and there's this huge confidence. Like, it isn't, it's like a muscle. It is like a muscle. Like, for instance, I haven't worked out in I don't know how long because I was away. And, but it's like, think of building up muscle. We're building up our trust and our confidence muscle. And it takes a little bit at a time. It takes, like, we can't like go out there and do this huge presentation of something that we haven't really studied unless we do little baby steps at a time. So this month, as an 8 personal month, it's important that we really tune into what it is that we loved to do as a child. What is it that we love to do? Is it coloring? Is it sketching? Is it crocheting? Is it whatever it may be, jump roping, whatever it is, go back and do it. And then when we're in this creative flow, what happens is there's this heart opening of this expansion that will happen throughout this month. So we're going to go now and we're going to speak about what retrograde and non-retrograde means. So last month, it was really for, if you haven't watched I'm not going to reiterate the February vibe, but go back and watch it and do that. And you can do the video as many times as you want, the meditation. So last month, we had all these planets aligned in the energy of Aquarius. And Aquarius is all about communication. And the sun being part of that alignment was so blinding that a lot of these planets weren't visible, okay? Because the sun's bright light. And when now all the planets, most are visible except for the planet Venus. And Venus rules Taurus, and it rules something else. I forgot the other planet that Venus rules. Oh, Libra. My husband's a Libra. How could I forget? So with Venus, if you're a Libra or a Taurus, and when your planet actually isn't visible per se, it's like hiding behind, or the sun is like, really bright over there and you can't really see the planet, then what happens at times there, we keep certain aspects of ourselves hidden. So Saturn, which rules me, Saturn ruled actually all of us last year. It was a real Saturnian, Plutonian type of energy. And what that happens is when Saturn is influencing us, that it teaches us about structure and about self-discipline and about maturation. So now that everything is now visible and all the planets are now direct, it's all the way up until I think the end of April, in which all the planets are being direct. And that we're still in the post-shadow phase of Mercury. Mercury, as you know, is the planet of communication. And when Mercury is in retrograde, this is the last planet that the remnants are in the post-shadow phase, we get an opportunity to go back to certain contracts or certain I don't want to say vows, but let's say promises, not just to other people, but to ourselves, like, especially when it comes down to self-development. Where have we, we get to go back and think about how cognizant we are with our thoughts. Are we self-sabotaging with our thoughts? Are we responsible with our words, with our communications? We go back to all of those maybe said and unsaid things, and we get to reiterate and integrate it. And that's what happens when things are in retrograde. We get to really delve in just for a moment. We get to press the pause button depending on what that planet is and the energy that is associated with it. So up until about next week, Mercury is still in like the post shadow phase. And then up until the end of April, we're not going to have any planets in retrograde. Do you know how amazing that is? That when planets are direct, it means we have this amazing opportunity of going in the flow of what it is we were meant to be doing. So this is the time where we really get to reiterate and rediscover our life purpose. It's this month. This is the month where you invest in self-development, in healing, in coaching, in therapists, whatever it is, in yourselves, whatever, even if it means of like, you know, watching a YouTube, but it's about being and holding yourself accountable, but not in a disciplinary way of punishment or of the strict parent towards yourself, but in a very easy way, because we are creating spaces. We're creating these beautiful aspects of expansion, because number 3 is also ruled or with by the planet Jupiter. Every single planet, every single number has a planet associated with it, and even an octave and a color associated with it. So the month of March has the energy of Jupiter. Moon is February, and January was the energy of the sun, which is a star. And Jupiter is the planet of expansion. That being said, all of our thoughts that are dreamy, because there's a huge Neptunian energy this month. And Neptune is the planet of illusion or dream come true, but it's also very dreamy. It's very dreamy. We're going to dream very vividly as well. And with the energy of Jupiter, we get to expand and make all our dreams that are possible. You can't just like jump into step 10 if you haven't done step 1, 2, 3, and 4 and really felt confident enough, but at least initiate of what we came here on this planet Earth to do. And the other thing, because I have so many, I have so many notes here. If you saw like what I was jotting down prior, because it's just, all of you are going to have this beautiful awakening. And it's not the dark night of the soul. It's a very gentle awakening. Why? Because with the planet Jupiter, which is expansion, it's a blessing as well. There's also a lot of Venus energy this month. And Venus is all about love, companionship. And even though it may be, it's not visible, when planets are not visible, it makes us it brings us, not makes us, but it brings us to the awareness of the love and compassion that we must bring to ourselves, and the investment that we bring to ourselves, and be open to receive. It's important to be open to receive this month, and to be patient, to be absolutely patient. So most important thing is also to be in the sense of flow as well, and meditate. Try to have and stick with a certain plan of action every single day, so your mind, your body, and spirit, this beautiful this trilogy, this cohesion of all of those aspects of you that makes all of you, the spirit, which is that is around you, that's the creator within, then the soul, the essence of who you and I are, and then our physical body, this beautiful cohesion. When we meditate, and you do this every single day around the same time, then your body starts trusting you, your mind starts trusting you, your heart starts expanding. You tune into the energy of Jupiter, which is this specific month. You're able then to expand your heart even further and wider, to be open to receive. And with the energy of Neptune, with these beautiful dreams, write these dreams down, because you get to co-create while you are sleeping, believe it or not. If you do my meditations on YouTube, if there's somebody else that you truly trust and you love, and you do their meditations, or even your own, really, really write down your dreams, your aspirations, and make sure you have a pen and your journal nearby, because the angels and guides are going to be, it's this beautiful portal that opens up. And through this subconscious opening, when we're in our alpha and theta state, during that period of time, you're going to have glimpses, because Neptune is like a beautiful, colorful, we dream in color when Neptune is in our month and in our energy field. So when we dream of color, there's so many, it's not just dreaming of color, it's dreaming of utilizing all of our senses. We could smell, we could feel, we could touch, it's all of these energies that come together when Neptune is around. Write those things down, because you get to co-create. So whenever I'm doing these meditations, or if we're one-on-one or even group meditations, what we're going to do right now, really don't limit yourself. There are no restrictions, because you get to go back and write the things down that made you happy as a child, okay? And it's not about nostalgia of sadness or anything like that. Let it be happy tears, because as you know, the law of impermanence is, it's prevalent. As we know what happened last year with COVID, it's still around by all means. We just are now integrating it into our field and becoming more accepting of it, right? But nothing on this planet Earth is permanent. No matter how much we want to hold on to someone or something or a certain moment, whatever it is, it's not that it's being taken away from us. It's about us moving on and graduating and being able to be open for something else that we came here on this planet Earth to do. So each of us are going to be reminded of what our purpose, our soul purpose is, our dharmic purpose on this planet Earth is. So with Venus being in this, this field this month, it opens up your heart. Allow it to do that while you tune in of what really truly makes you happy as a child. And then write down, when I say about letting go, around the time of like the full moon of Virgo, which was at the end of the month of, actually, was it in the beginning of the month, or I don't even remember. I think it was the end of February. It was this huge, huge, beautiful moon. And it was the energy of Virgo. And Virgo is this beautiful, it's a feminine energy, right? And this energy of femininity is coming in. And it doesn't matter if you're masculine, if you're feminine, or whatever body you were born in, we each possess a masculine and a feminine within us. There's a duality, no matter what. I may look very feminine here, but in order for me to speak right now, I have to dive into my masculine energy. My energy of receiving the information is my feminine quality. And my energy of speaking and being the assertive is the masculine. So it's about the balance. So that full moon of Virgo brought in the balance of the divine feminine, that we are protected no matter what. And it propelled us into the energy of March. And this is a miraculous month. It's really like such a beautiful, beautiful month where we get to like really take full advantage of what we came here on this planet Earth to do. And let me just go from, almost like week by week to let you know like what's at store, put it that way. So around the time, which is today is March 4th, today's March 4th, 2021. This is the energy of a number 3. So it's funny that, we are delving into, because we're adding the month, the day, and the year. So we're delving into the energy of Jupiter. So whatever we're co-creating today as a collective, or anytime you do this meditation, it gets to expand, because it's like double Jupiter. It's the energy of the month plus the energy of the entire path of today, which is awesome. And by the time, by the time of next week, when Mercury goes, thank goodness, it goes direct, which is between like March 9th and March 11th, there's what we call the Aquarian stellium. And this is the bunch of planets, they align, and it's about a couple of days when this happens, and goes into the age, not the age, it goes into the energy of Aquarius. So communication starts opening up. So it's an excellent day between the 9th, which is a graduation day, 2 and 11, which is all about a creation, to write things down of what it is that we want to bridge. Like the universe is kind of giving us a bridge or a tunnel, or, or the gate opens and we get to walk through it. So it's really of a time where you honor and own in on any challenges and apprehensions that you may have faced up until this moment, and embrace them, instead of being angry or upset or hard on yourselves. This is the time of true forgiveness, and really of walk into this like beautiful bridge, or walk over the bridge or the gate, through the gate, with integrity. It's all about honesty, all about honesty. Now, there is, right doors and left doors of every single month as well. And the right doors of this month is about creativity. It's about expansion. It's about soul purpose. The left doors, or of what can be the challenges, it is lack of self-esteem, anxiety, worry, because a number 3 worries a lot. These are creative artists, and if they feel that they always feel like they have to be on, it's hard for your mind to rest. That's why I'm saying this month it's important to meditate, and try to do it at a certain time every single day. Put your timer on. Let it be a non-negotiable. Absolutely not. That no matter whoever knocks on your door, whoever calls, you don't pick up. And maybe do it, or wake yourself up. Put your alarm on 15 minutes earlier, even if it's 5 minutes, because what you're going to be doing is like this beautiful trust, this your body, your soul, and your inner child, and your present you, they're going to learn how to trust one another again. And if you do it every single day, you are basically programming your circadian rhythm throughout the day, and that's like your batteries. It's your soul battery. It's very important. Think about, if you don't plug in your cell phone at night, then in the morning you're like, oh my God, I'm running on E. Where can I plug in? And you're doing it erratically, here, there, whatever it is. It's important for you to be consistent with it, right? We try to have a routine. So give yourself the same respect that you give your computer and your cell phone, and you'll be okay. So what is important is also, besides the meditation, around the time of the 9th and the 11th, is being kind, because those left doors of criticism, of betrayal, of feeling that you betrayed yourself, or the regrets of the things that you could have done, or when the mind is so active, it is important that you acknowledge it, because it's like these little children that want your attention, or your doggy or something like that. And they're tugging on your leg, and you're like, oh, stop it. But it's about giving it love, because these energies of lack of confidence, of lack of creativity, of not wanting to share, or fearing that there's not enough, then what it's doing, it's weighing you down. It's weighing you down. And then you go through life or this month, with one foot on the brake and one foot on the pedal, when really it's a beautiful time to expand and to really create. And then March 12th, March 13th, that's it. We're out of Mercury post-shadow phase. So this is where communication clears up. You're going to feel much lighter. So from up to March 13th, which is a 4-day, right? This is where we're going to have a new moon on March 13th, which is a number 4. And number 4 is all about love. And we get to initiate things that we love. And make sure that you are on that list of what it is that you want to co-create, and how you want to raise the vibes for yourself. It's not an egotistical thing. It isn't a narcissist thing. It's about, how can I be better today? What is it that I am going to put into my soul jar, so I can best serve humanity of what it is that I came here to do on this earth. So it's going to be a very dreamy state also because it's a new moon, because there's energy. Like I mentioned before, this is where Neptune comes in. And boy, are you going to be dreaming. And normally when there's a full moon, we dream very vividly. But this time with the Neptune and Sun in Pisces, and Pisces is uber intuitive, right? You know, we're in Pisces right now. Pisces is about intuition. It's also about past lives, because it is the last of the zodiac wheel. So it goes back into the subconscious a lot, and they're very sensitive about that. They're very nostalgic. You know, Piscean energy, they're very nostalgic. They're very creative. Now, with the energy, with the sun, with the Neptune, the moon, and Venus, they're all in Pisces. This is a period of really creative, beautiful, dreamy aspects and esoteric expansion. It's really, when you start writing things down, you're really going to be able to listen to the sound of the voice of your soul and creativity with the energy of Jupiter. Wow. It's, you know, it's really just watch what happens. Just watch what happens. It's a beautiful manifestation month. And I am a master manifester. So that being said, let's go even further. Let's manifest even more on March 20th, where it's the global equinox. And this is where our northern hemisphere now is going to have, like, we go into our spring, and the southern hemisphere goes into its winter. And this is where the day and the night are equal. This is the yin and the yang. This is the balance of the masculine and feminine. This is the balance of, and that day, by the way, March 20th, 2021, that equals the energy of number one. It's initiation. So this is really, truly, it's like, you know, your first birthday. This is now the new year. You get to go back and really like own in of everything that you've been journaling and dreaming about and meditating and tuning into and connecting and everything like that. You get to now own in and make that birthday wish, you know, like truly during that day. This is when the seasons shift. This is when we feel the elements of, of the warmth or the cold. We get to feel the different temperature changes. This is the time when there is global balance. And that on March 20th, it is also the energy of the moon as well, nurturing energy. So definitely nurture yourself when you start writing things down, that particular day of what it is about initiation. It's an amazing day. This is truly like the birthday of the zodiac, which is Aries. We go into Aries, which is, by the way, disclaimer, I'm not an astrologer. I channel in, I am an intuitive, and I am the four clairs. I've been doing professional intuitive work for the past 25 years. So everything that I'm talking about now with astrology and everything like that is something that gets tuned in as well. Now, and I am actually going to start studying it. That's going to be my, of soul food of what I would really like to do is really, get a good astrology teacher and learn that so I could pay it forward. But these are energies that I'm very tuned into because I study the energy of vibrations, and the angels and guides that I channel in. They speak to me through metaphors and symbols and numbers and different and other shapes and symbols. And this is what they're going to be speaking to you as well. And if you are in that dream state also, and while you're meditating. So I urge you all to really tune in to that beautiful state between the inhale and exhale, because that's where the messages really, truly come in when you expand on that. There are 5 elements. There's the energy of air, of earth, of water, and of fire, and then ether. And we are going now, ether is the space. We're going now from water, which is Pisces energy, which is all about emotions. We get to clear those emotions. So as we go into Aries, Aries is the first. This is the first of the zodiac. These are the babies, but these are the ones, the initiator, the firecrackers, the ones that are, they feel like teenagers, Aries, right? But I want you to go back to that time when you were a child, because that is like that rebirth where you can really create so much we have that expansion up until like mid-April by all means, but in this specific month of March, we get to do it in a very creative way. because once April comes, April is about structure. It's all about structure and about stability. So on March 28th and 29th is my mama's birthday. This is where we're really going to have like the most gorgeous, beautiful full moon. And this is where we'll be able to see the expansion of all that we have created thus far in the month of March, of creativity, of tuning into our inner child, of forgiveness, of soul purpose. And it's really of seeing, you're going to be able to not just see with like a little flashlight, think of like being on scene, like if you were ever on, in the, on theater or on the stage or whatever it may be. This is like a beautiful, or floodlight, coming and shining everything, and you see the bigger picture. It's this beautiful, you're like on this apex, on this, on this, it's like the vista, and you see your entire life right there and all its possibilities and the choices. I urge you not to go back of the feeling of the one that got lost, or the one, the opportunity that ran away, or because nothing ran away. You are exactly where you need to be at this moment in time. And if you're here right now, listening to this, whether it's on the recording, whether it's live here right now, just know you're at the right place at the right time, and everything's in divine order. And this is the month where we tune in to the beautiful sound of your sound, the sound of your soul. Make sure when you tap into your passion and power in this beautiful, like universal 8-year, you expand it even more, so you could transform any of the challenges that you've ever had into the gifts. And share it. Share all your resources with love, without feeling that someone's going to steal anything from you. The more you give, the more you create space to receive. But make sure that you are open to receive as well, because you are a gift and you are love. And you have to be reminded of that at times. But so you owe it to yourself to write it down on paper. I love you, and really, truly say it as many times to yourself. Look in the mirror, look in your eyes. Like, when was the last time you truly looked in the mirror, besides if you're a lady and a woman or whatever, or even a man, and you're putting on makeup and you're looking in your eyes. Look in your eyes, really, truly, like stare at like your iris, stare at all that, and really tune in to the windows of your soul, because the eyes never change throughout incarnations. The eyes are the windows to the soul. When you look in someone's eyes, you know whether or not they're speaking from the soul, whether they're honest, whether they're not honest, whether, you feel it. You feel it. Even someone's voice, it's the energy, the vibration of the octave. You can feel it immediately. So that is the month of March. And we're going to do a quick meditation. Or maybe not so quick, or quick, I don't know. But I never know what we're going to do. But just something to kind of tune in and gather in the energy. So without further ado, just close your eyes. We are now going into the aspect of our meditation for the month of March, the month of compassion. So make sure that you are sitting or lying down and there are no interruptions. And you can close your eyes whenever you're ready. And breathing in now the energy of unconditional love. And exhaling out anything that no longer serves you. Breathing in love, light, understanding, compassion. Really tuning into the energy of Neptune. Neptune is the planet of dreams that come true. Close your eyes if you haven't done so, and focus on the tip of your nose as you become aware of the beautiful breath, the coolness of the air coming in through your nose and hold it there for about 3 seconds. Hold your breath before exhaling it out through your nose. Feel the warmth now. Breathing in, 3 seconds in, 2 seconds hold, and exhaling it out slowly. And I want you now to relax and bring your awareness to the top of your head and visualize the most beautiful light, relaxing light. And this is the energy of love. This is the energy of the beautiful planet Jupiter that expands wide to the left and to the right of you. And this beautiful clearing light energizes you, relaxes you, and it expands now from the front and the back, encompassing you in this beautiful vortex of golden energy. Goes down into your head, relaxing the left and the right hemisphere, the north and the south of your head, your entire face, your jaw. Relax your tongue, soften your mouth as this beautiful energy of Jupiter cleanses out any apprehensions, any doubts that you may have felt. Going down now into your occiput, which is the place between your neck and the back of your head. Goes all around your throat area, which connects you to the energy of 2021, the energy of Mercury, the energy of truth, and the universal flow of collective humanity, sharing consciousness. And the energy now goes down both shoulders, relaxing, illuminating all the cells that have been dormant into awakening for your creation. Goes all the way down to your fingers, and feel the temperature of each finger, your palm, your wrist. And now the energy flows down your chest from your clavicle, which is it feels like the letter V. Your clavicle goes down, which is symbolic of Jupiter, of the triangle going down, which signifies the third month, as it goes into your lungs. And with each inhale and exhale, you're breathing in what it is that you came here, what it is that your soul desires, which is soul purpose. Expand your lungs. Feel it expanding and contracting with each slow inhale and exhale as the Jupiter energy now and the Venus and Pisces energy goes into now your heart, filling it up with so much love, igniting that beautiful energy and magnifying that beautiful energy into every single blood vessel of your body. And the beautiful orb that you put yourself into with this Jupiter energy, this protective field, think of it as a mirror. And you can actually see your reflection and feel the love that is coming back at you. See how your heart is beating. Feel how your heart is beating. And now listen to the sound of your soul speaking from your heart. Listen to it. What is it saying? What is your soul purpose? What are you choosing to create this month? What are you ready to receive this month? And feel the expansion now. Lean into it. Allow the emotions, let the Piscean energy, the water, and the lymphatic system, the blood, to go through every single vessel, meridian point, cell, microcell of your body, igniting those intentions everywhere as it goes and flows into your belly. Ignites, lets go of any control, regret, shame, as it goes down to your sacral, removing energy of feeling betrayed, hurt, ashamed, and allow now that energy to go down both hips, removing, forgiving the emotions that perhaps you may have absorbed from your parents, from your loved ones, that got stuck in your hips, that you thought that you had to hold on to because of loyalty. So just allow the Piscean energy now to flow through it as you ignite the energy of Jupiter to expand on the miracles and on what it is that you want to manifest, whether it be healing, more love, more creation. Engage in your imagination now. Allow it to expand even further. Allow yourself to dream as we go down now into your knees and then into your calves and legs, all the way down, your shins, your ankles, and now all of the energy of Jupiter has accumulated on the bottom of your feet as you ground down to Gaia, to Mother Earth, to the energy of the divine feminine and divine, that full moon that ended on February of Virgo. Feeling yourself up. And now inhale that energy within. Allow it to go up, this beautiful, beautiful green energy. Virgo is this beautiful green that goes up, filling you up in this vortex. Any places that you have missed, it overlaps, igniting it with the beautiful flow of the masculine, which is the sun and the cosmos and the energy of Jupiter and the Virgo energy and the moon that we're inhaling up as it goes into your heart and all the way up to the top of your head. And allow now that energy of that green, of the energy of Virgo, the full moon that we ended in February, to go over that beautiful golden energy, that orb around you. You are protected. You are loved. And this is your beautiful sacred space of creation as you connect with your imagination, your life purpose, your creativity, your divinity. Allow yourself to love, be loved, and remind yourself that you are love. And whenever you're ready, you can open up your eyes as we bow down to one another. We say namaste. Thank you, everyone, for joining me tonight for this March 5 forecast. Please follow me on janetnamaste.com. You could follow me on Instagram as well. And until next time, I look forward to connecting with you in April. Thank you and good night.